No, hello, namores. For Portuguese speaking that you are watching this video, I will do sometimes videos em português. Eu vou fazer alguns vídeos em português, certo? Because I'm Brazilian, I live here in Brazil, and sometimes some people's watch this video, they are Brazilian or Portuguese speaking, I don't know where country. Then, às vezes eu vou falar em português, and sometimes I will do speak English, okay? What expectation about this weekend? How are you? How is the situation there in your city? Is everything fine with you? I started video on YouTube, but it didn't work it because it was really bad connection. Then I didn't could to talk good. I was not listening me. It was every time like difficult to understand. Then I come here and again to try. I think it's that better connection. Then the situation is I am here to talk about unit tests. What is unit test? How this works? Yeah, in what phase this coming? Yeah, then I hope that you know a little bit about unit tests already, or if you don't know, maybe you don't know that you know, because unit test normally is you do that when you are using a software. Of course, when you are programming and when you are in a kind of I can say that when you are in a kind of a project, a software project, of course that you will have techniques to do this software test. That's what I will talk here. But when on software is programmer, when a software is heavy being programming, that is really important that the programmer understand the software, understand the documentation, understand the company, understand the everything that you need to do on good test. Unit it's like part of the software, or one box of the software, or small part of the software that you will test and that you will put in line. Then it's really important that the software developer understand that, because normally who does that is the software development, okay? I love this eyes, but this eyes it's from Instagram. But I really love, because look how a new life for Alina, yeah, a new yeah. But coming back, what I can say is in test software we have a lot of types, okay, of test software. We have the black box, we have the white box, we have the unit test, we have the system test, we have the integration test, and we have acceptance test. Where comes unit test? After acceptance test, integration test, and system test comes unit software test. That's why it's really important that we understand that unit test is really the most important thing that we need to do after these three types of tests. Because why? We will do acceptance test. We will go to user to do the requirement analysis. Requirement analysis. Then we go there and we try to understand how this work. Then we in that we will talk with the user. Then we will try understand Normally, the software development, he doesn't go there to do that. Normally, who does that is the tester. Okay, the tester can go there, not normally, but he can go. He have position to do that. He can go there and do the acceptance test. Then the plan of test, the plan acceptance test will be really important to do that really good, to prepare the documentation good. And in the integration also, it's a plan of tests. The plan of tests needs to be really good. And the person that will do the unit test needs to understand the software in all segmentation, okay? And also everything that is coming in the software, everything that the company and the stakeholders want to your test does. I already say that that's really important, because after that you programming and you go test, and that have a unit test, you do a good unit test in your software that will help you to don't lose time and money. Because if you do the unit test when you are in the user, after everything is done and you go to the company or in the website, the user will do the test, because you have two types of tests, in website and in person. Okay? And you go, how you will know, how you will come back all the project, all phase that we have in the project to fix the problems. Then, the software development to build programming the software. After the software test, we'll see if the unit test is good, and then he can finish the unit test documentation. It's in the coding that we finish the unit test documentation. Then, but of course, the tester, after the software in the phase that the web development or software development finish his application, he will come with all project and we will do unit test. That can be doing a manual, individual, okay, or we can do for components in the units, okay? We can use also a lot of techniques to do that unit test, but I will show you one kind of how you can go and one way to do the software test, okay? Then why a software test? Why I need a unit software test? Because the development is already, know how programming. I don't need that. You already tested everything before. You test system, you test your requirements. We did a lot of tests before. Why are now the development software need to be really worried about if the software will work or not? Because less tests, less white tests, because the unit test can be white test or black box or white. How? But the software, this when you are programming, when you are using something to programming your software, Then you are doing a white test. After we'll talk about white test, after we'll talk about box test, okay? Then what happens? What happens is how less is your white, your right, how less testing you do that, how less you do testing your right software, more or less will be unstable your software will become. Then you're productive and will be less because you are not testing. You can, when you finish some part of your software interface, for example, or wherever, in the next level, in the next part, you can go back because that's not working because you didn't test when you was there. Then this unit test is really important. There's more pressure will have in you because you will be not secure that your software is working like this need to be, like documentation says, like test plans say, because the software developer is important that he understand about tests. Is important. Unit test is really important. Okay, then how this programmer sometimes he doesn't, he have no time to do the unit test. He trusts in himself that his own software is working. Then we software testers need to fix earlier the bugs development. Then we need to understand that it's important. We also do this kind of test to help and to earlier fix the bugs. Go back to the development, software development, and say, oh look, that should be working better like this. Of course, we will talk. We are a team, then we need to be working together. Okay. Then that helps the development understand that the code can be better, can work better. The code that he is programming, okay, and he can make change. He can change his code quickly because he's in the time. He's there. He's in the phase of programming development. He's not anymore in the phase of user looking the how the software works and say, oh, here is a bug. Understand what I say? Then we can have a manual test and automated test also to do the unit test. Okay? Then let's understand I have a login and how I can test that. How I can enter and validate the login and the password. I can go there and enter and invalidate the login and the password. And I have two now kinds of tests. The three. I can empty the login ID and click in login. Okay? That's how we do the unit test. Okay? There's a manual kind. Okay? Then what I think also important to do, we will have a acceptance test, we will have a system test, we will have integration test, and after we have a unit test. Then when we have a unit test, we will test everything again. We will see if everything is working also. Okay, we can fix also problems in the documentation because this is not working like the documentation. The software works not like the documentation. Say, oh, the documentation is not working. Then we software tester. We are beside. We are in the software development and the unit test and the user acceptance. Okay, because always we need to see how the unit part is working. That's really important. Aline, about the software is really big. I'm programming like 12 hours. Yeah, but give it to your friend to do a unit test for your friend does, and you do the unit test that your friend do. That's also a kind of test software. Not only a test software can do the test. No, your friend help. Let's work, but let's not wait for being late, and we lost money and time, and our work being not qualified for the company. Okay, then, because the quality of the software is the most important thing for everybody. Okay, I work like that, and I really love when people think like this, because it's like you are fighting for your software. It's not because you are software development that you will not listen, that you will not understand that sometimes I also make mistakes, and if that mistakes is fixed in on time, I have more chance for change my software. That's why the tester is really important to work with the software development. Then that's really all. It's really important. Then peoples, is that I want to say. Yeah, the complete test is the same unit test. Then it's really nice to talk to you about everything that, because for me it's my pleasure to talk about software testing and to talk with you and to share with you what we know. Then follow the channel, follow and like the video if you watch and you really like that. Give it your like and follow, because then you will know if if you're there or not, if it's a new video or not. Then we can have a conversation. Okay, and a big kiss for you, and I wish you a good weekend, and that you really have good time and your health, and it's everything fine with you and your family and your parents and your friends. Okay, and big kisses and bye bye.